Hello! Welcome!
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to a new Streamisho. On this very, very special Streamisho, actually. Because today we are celebrating the 5th anniversary of Awesomenauts on Steam. 5. That's 5 years. The game launched on August 1st, 2012 on Steam. And boy, it's been a ride.
All of this said, I am assuming you guys can hear us. We have a...
I hope so.
Yeah, we have a guy behind the keyboard. But first, we should introduce ourselves.
We should introduce it. Hello, I'm Robin. I'm a producer here at Ronimo. And this...
is Jasper. Hi.
Hello,
Game designer
Jasper.
here. And behind the keyboard, we have Bart, who is not really Bart. Who's not really new. He's done it before. But...
yeah, he's been behind the keyboard before.
And back again.
But I'm kind of scared he's gonna press the wrong button and we're gonna explode.
Right before we went live, he was hovering over the stop stream button.
Yeah.
And a minute before that, he was about to close our script. So yeah.
But it's all in good fun. So
let's hope this works out.
It'll
Just
work
getting
out.
too confident.
So today we have a couple of things that we want to reveal. We have a lot of things to talk about, and we want to play a bunch of games.
Yep. As always.
But before we go into that, we should probably talk about the clock in the bottom left of people's screens.
Yeah.
Soon.
Bart.
Bart, please. Run the clock, Bart.
There's going to be a clock. Don't worry.
There's going to be a clock soon. It counts down from 15 minutes to 0, and when it hits 0, it's raffle tight.
Yep.
And at that point, we'll raffle off a bunch of keys. And today, or every 15 minutes, we raffle off a Roboscoop key, which is a very special key for a very special skin. And it'll make all your friends jealous.
For a very special Twitch viewer.
Very, very special Twitch viewer. And alongside, we also raffle off five skin keys. And today we're raffling off Bravely Scoop 4 Eternal Fantasy.
Perfect.
Giga Centauri, and Grim Genji.
Yeah, so good luck, everybody. Those
Good
are
luck.
some awesome skins.
Yeah, and the first that you can win in about 14.5 minutes is Bravely Scoop. So fingers crossed, type in the chat and you'll be automatically entered into the raffle. Be nice to Bart. Ask him questions and he'll pass it along to us. We'll try and answer them.
Yep.
So let's get back to the Awesomenauts anniversary.
Yeah.
The game launched on August 1st. I'm going to keep doing that. 2012, and it's been 5 years and a day since. And we went from, I think we launched on Steam with 8 characters, and we're now coming up on 31?
31, yeah.
And that's pretty crazy.
I remember Noah was being released at Gamescom that year. And there was this cool picture of Noah flooding Gamescom. But that was 5 years ago, and you know, history repeats itself. We're going to be at Gamescom with Awesomenauts again.
Yeah, I don't think with a new character, but
yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, well, you guys know Kitara, and she is going to be playable at Gamescom.
Really?
Very likely.
Very likely.
Very likely. Okay, so
That's
no promises,
cool.
but very likely.
That's gonna be awesome, and we have a lot of cool stuff planned for Gamescom. So if you're heading down to Cologne for the event, make sure to drop by our booth in Hall 10.1, A41. It's booth A41, I believe. It's across from the indie arena.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be easy to find. And there will be lots of cool things there. Obviously, if you meet us in person, you'll get a robe scoop. But we're planning to do some tournaments, some other cool stuff.
Yep.
And we're still fleshing that out. You can win cool prizes. So definitely drop by. And there's going to be a lot of community members as well helping us out at the booth.
Yeah, that's all been sorted.
Yeah, so we've been wrangling volunteers over the last couple of weeks. And we've had quite a few people sign up. I have gone back to all of them by now, but there's still some stuff to finalize. If you signed up for volunteering at Gamescom and you've not received an email from me yet, I'm really sorry about that. Please send me a reminder because then it probably got lost in the shuffle somewhere. But I've gone back to almost to everyone else and assigned to most of them 2 days and emailed them back.
Excellent.
So it's going to be really cool. And aside from Gamescom, we're also going to be launching Awesomenauts 4.3, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Calm down, Jasper. And throughout the month, we'll also be doing weekly events. And that's something new to Awesomenauts.
Yeah.
And this week, this Thursday actually, we're starting with our very first weekend event. And in this case, you'll be getting Quadruple bonus. That's four times to your first win of the day bonus.
Yeah.
That means you'll be getting 4 times as much experience points for your first win and 4 times as many awesome points.
Yeah.
Which is going to be cool. So that starts Thursday. So if you play, you get Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and maybe Monday if you play really early during the day.
Depending on your time zone, right?
Yeah. So that's like 20 times your win bonus.
Potentially. Yeah.
If you play a bunch. So go for it.
So, yeah, 4 times the XP in celebration of 5 years of Awesomenauts.
Yeah. Well, it's a little unfair. Most Awesomenauts in the game actually have 4 fingers.
That's true.
And
They wouldn't be able to count to 5.
So if we wanted to have the entire cast of 5 times as many,
Nope.
They'd all be sad. So it's 4 times as many.
To most Awesomenauts, we are freaky mutants with our 5-fingered hands.
Yeah.
I just realized.
Yep. They're open-minded. They're welcoming. So it's all good.
All right.
So that starts this Thursday and it runs through Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then the week after that, we'll also have another cool event. Maybe something a little different. We'll reveal that soon. And there's also going to be a whole bunch of giveaways. So stay tuned for that.
Giveaways like what?
Do you like skins, Jasper?
I love skins. I always play with skins. Except for Scoldier, I heard there's a bug. That's going to be fixed soon. So.
Damn it. Is it your bug? Did you...
No, it's
Okay.
an artist bug this time, I think.
But yeah, we're going to be giving away a lot of skins this month. And we'll be talking more about that in the coming days.
Mm-hmm.
There's still a couple of things to flesh out to make sure it all works. But stay tuned. And if you love free skins, come back soon.
Right.
Let's see. I think that about covered it for now. And then let's get back to Awesomenauts 4.3. Ready to rock it.
Ready to rock it.
Ready to rock it. Because the update is almost ready to rock it.
Right. Yeah, Commander Rocket has been in beta for 2 weeks now. And I think the last beta fixed most of his bigger issues. We are now tweaking and changing stuff up and getting ready for launch. So I think in contrast to Smiles, who launched a bit overpowered, this guy currently is a little underpowered. So I'm trying to tweak him in such a way that he launches like just right. But in reality, once characters go out to the bigger audience, we'll see the real balanced impact of a character, and he'll probably need some changes after that.
It's really hard for us to estimate whether a character is balanced just right or underpowered or overpowered, because when it goes live, there's such a huge array of different skilled players, and
exactly.
It ends up like the character ends up in all different sort of situations that either don't really occur during beta, or it occurs with really hardcore players who don't think something's an issue, or the other way around.
Beta audience is usually a little different from like the total audience of Awesomenauts, and therefore there can be slight differences in interpretation or in skill set of the players, as you said. So usually we try our best to release them as good as possible, but I think with Rocket we're very close to a home run. People have been very positive about him as a character and his skills and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to see.
I'm seeing a lot of positive feedback. Like people are poking me on Steam saying like, "Hey, we love Rocket."
Yeah. Shall I just play some Rocket?
Sure. Fire up the screen, Bart.
So I am playing the beta version of Awesomenauts right now with Commander Rocket in it. And I saw Oliver have a ton of fun last week. So I figured...
with
with Commander Rocket The death matches.
Match. Yeah, that was amazing.
That looked like a lot of fun, and I don't know.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do an Awesomenauts death match.
If you want to play, hop into the open beta for 4.3.
Mm-hmm.
You can get it by you need to right-click Awesomenauts, head to Properties, and then Beta, and switch to the beta branch, and then you automatically start downloading the beta if you don't already have it.
Yep.
And from that point, you can choose to launch either the beta or the regular version. So there's no real need to keep switching between the two.
Show feet and Swizzle are in.
And something that I don't think we actually mentioned yet. We said Commander Rocket's almost ready to go live.
Right.
But we didn't actually say when the update's launching.
Nope.
It's not today. Sorry, I saw some people asking in the chat before.
Oh, here we go.
But Commander Rocket and all the other cool stuff that's included in Awesomenauts 4.3 Ready to Rocket is going to launch on August 16th.
So that is
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now. Why is that, Robin?
Why is that? There's still a couple of things that we need to tweak.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't really feel comfortable doing it next week because that was cutting it really close.
Uh-oh.
That's good, isn't it?
No.
Oh, you forgot to...
No.
Damn it, Jasper.
Damn me. The...
You should allow the same knot.
Exactly what Robin says.
Sorry, people in the game. Jasper left. Please come back.
My bad. To have everybody be Rocket, I have to set it up so that everybody can be the same knot.
Yeah. But as I was saying, the update's launching in 2 weeks from now. And it's shaping up to be really cool. We also still have quite a couple of things to reveal, like his theme.
Oh, yeah.
Which we might reveal later today.
We might.
Sure.
I don't know if people want to hear it.
Sure.
Oh, and the one I'm curious about is the skin. Is there a skin?
There is a skin, Jasper.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You haven't seen it yet?
Yeah, I have. And it's really, really cool.
It's really cool. We're not revealing that one today, so come back for the super awesome skin next week. And aside from that, we still have his Killing Spree to reveal. And there's some other cool stuff coming in 4.3, like updated profile icons. We're releasing a new batch. And that sort of stuff. Why is people shoot?
Why? What words?
Why?
Talk, Robin.
Talk. It's hard.
Why shoot people? Talk. Alright, so I am Commander Rocket, the new dude that's coming soon to Awesomenauts, as is everybody else in this game. And, oh, I'm dead. No.
Can you show us the chat for it? Please?
More lasers.
Thank you.
Ow. People are dying left and right. As they should, because this is a deathmatch. So yeah, Commander Rocket, he shoots rockets, obviously, as a base attack. He has a gun that loads up rockets one by one, up till 3 at base at least. And one of his skills is another rocket, a big rocket, and that also the rocket is so powerful that it knocks Commander Rocket back when firing it, so you can use it as an extra jump, which is very, very cool. And
it does a lot of damage.
It does damage, and as I said, knockback. So it's a very nice combo. It's not the most damaging thing in the world in the Awesomenauts universe, anyway. But since it also doubles up as movement ability, and the cooldown is relatively low, I think it evens out. I think I'm gonna make it a little stronger for launch than it is right now.
When he deals, so Commander Rocket's not really about super bursty DPS, right? It's really steady.
Yeah, he's more of an harasser than a nuker.
And his laser ability is really strong in terms of harassing.
Yep.
You drop it down somewhere where you don't want people to be, and most people will run away from it.
Wow, that was some good playing.
Ooh.
It's getting serious here. Pogo Tiger appears to know what he's doing.
The rocket,
Sorry.
the big rocket, when you launch it, does not knock back enemies, right? It only knocks you back.
Yeah, it does. It does knock enemies away a little as well. So it's a good way to keep people in your laser area. 'Cause, you know,
Oh,
that's where
right.
you want to keep them usually. Oh, rocket! More rockets. Oh, okay, let's approach from this side. Oh no! I missed my rocket. Oh no! I always miss that jump.
Damn
Yeah,
it.
his base mobility is all right. He has a double jump to start with, and then with the rocket becomes another jump, and then after you fire your rocket, you actually retrieve one of your jumps, so you can always fire rocket and jump again, so that.
You should have fired, and then...
Oh yeah, I should have fired my rocket. Then I could have had all the jumps in the world.
But he is really short, right?
Yep.
So he doesn't even... there are some pickups on the map that he's too tiny to pick up without jumping.
Yep, that's true. He's adorably tiny, I'd like to think of it.
You shouldn't say that to his face, though.
No, no, you might get a rock to your face.
I read in the backstories that his race is well known for
Profanity.
profanity. Yes.
It is, it is. It is. That's why he has the face mask, to prevent people from being too offended by this guy.
Is it?
Is it time?
Is it?
Dramatic Robin.
It's raffle time!
Somebody may give
Thank you,
Dramatic
chat, and thank you, Bart, for the
Robin. Announcement.
Level side.
So what is
Bart's
the skin?
trying.
What's the skin?
So the first raffle site of the day is for Roboscoop, for 1 Roboscoop, and 5
Count 'em.
Bravely Scoop for Eternal Fantasies. And Bart has been nice enough to pick some winners. And the 5 winners of the Bravely Scoop skin
All right.
are Michael XD4, Naxu 1, Ghetto, Terry UIO, and Marius 1.
Nice.
Congratulations with your awesome Bravely Scoop skin. And one of you guys gets the super awesome, super exclusive, super special Roboscoop skin, and the lucky winner is Marius Z1. I'm trying.
He's got lasers in his name, man. That's very nice.
Congratulations. I'm not going to say that again. But you'll be getting your Roboscoop skin key and your Bravely Scoop skin key
Very
through
soon.
the Twitch. Damn it, Jasper.
Yeah,
through
sorry.
the Twitch mail system, which is available at twitch.tv/inbox. So whenever I'm in the chat, I usually see some people like, oh, twitch.tv/inbox. I won a Roboscoop 6 months ago, and I didn't know this existed. So if you regularly visit the show, that might be worth checking out. And
Congratulations, Esther.
well played, Esther. Too bad, Jasper.
Oh well.
Oh well. But Bart has reset the clock by now, and that means that in 14 minutes and 30 seconds we'll be raffling off the awesome Sentry skin.
Giga Centauri.
That's the one. Thank you.
Maybe we should swap some players soon. Should we be all right? Well, whatever. Let's be all rockets.
Let's be all rockets.
Let's be all rockets.
So, now you're dealing with 3 enemy rockets.
Mm-hmm.
what do you have to take into account when you're playing against Rocket, especially when you're playing against 3 of them?
Well, don't stand in his laser most of the time. Don't get him lift too close because he's. I mean, he has a big giant rocket that deals a good deal of damage, but it's kind of hard to land because it's fairly slow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but if you're close, that becomes really easy.
Yep. Oh. Sure. See, I can dodge it relatively easily. Also, it gives vision in shrubberies, which is something to take into account for sure.
That helps. Nice. Ooh, nice. And if you playing as Rocket, what would you recommend is the best upgrade path? Did you assign recommended items to him?
No, not yet. I will. I mean, they still, of course, are being modified. So right now, there's an upgrade that.
Oh, nice! Get him.
There we go. That gives your laser makes your laser rotate faster, and there's another upgrade that makes your laser shoot stuff. And combined, it'll make shoot stuff faster, and that is really strong in the beta right now. But that is going to get removed.
Damn it!
Sorry, Robbie. There's also an upgrade that makes the rocket deal more damage after it's been flying for a second, and that one also that wasn't in the original beta, but that one also increases the range greatly. You can pretty much fire rockets from base to base.
And it, I've heard that it actually deals damage to the base when you do that.
Yep, that is true. Laser. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. Although I don't think that's necessarily a valid strategy. Another popular upgrade is that I saw just now was the trail. You can make the rocket leave a trail, and that also deals damage. It's kind of like the one on Coco.
Yeah.
Where it's.
So now you shoot the bullets, right?
Yep.
Oh, there we go. It looks like fireworks.
Oh, that's most of the. Oh. What stuff does. Getting some close calls. Not finishes yet.
Actually, not that many people are getting kills, to be honest.
Yeah, well, that's another point in Rocket. You shouldn't. He's not really a finisher, so that's also why this deathmatch actually isn't his most natural game mode. He's more of a long-range harasser.
So what does he pair well with then?
Well, I think nobody in particular, apart from, I mean, his push is now pretty good, his harassment is pretty good, so people who do other stuff than that, I think are natural fits. So people who can make kills or CC, he doesn't have any CC.
Right.
I think that's a good fit.
Nice one answer.
Oh, snap, sorry, Swizzle. Just got an opponent killed by the solar boss. Which is nice.
So what, I guess given his trap deals tremendous damage to anyone who stays in it, right?
Yep.
So anyone who can root or stun or trap
Yeah, exactly.
will probably do well.
Any kind of lockdown. is a great fit for him. Oh,
I noticed someone asking whether he actually has a head. I think so, right?
there's an upgrade. That is his head in a jar, I think.
He lost his original head,
Yes.
and it got replaced.
Yeah,
and
he obviously still has a head.
And then his head gets replaced, and then he gets a helmet with a profanity filter.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess he has two heads, one in a jar, and one
The original and the replacement, yes.
Yeah.
In a way, he has two heads. All right, here we go.
Nice.
Ooh, I did hit him, but it wasn't enough. Enough D. Also, builds that might work in this game mode aren't necessarily the ones that are the best for regular Awesomenauts, because your goals here are different. Let's do some survivability quickly. See if that makes any difference. Yeah, I'm having a hard time hitting the big rocket because these guys are all so tiny.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to hit big guys, right?
Yeah. And he's in that sense, he's a great opponent to like bulky, tanky dudes.
Scoldier, Quadruple especially.
Yep, he has a lot of great sustain options.
And with his charging shot,
Well, not sustain damage, I should say.
if you can actually poke down enemies, that means you can do four hits at once.
Mm-hmm.
I see some people asking about whether a league reset's coming in, or at least I see people spamming a link to the forums, and other people saying that's what the link is. That's something we've been talking about quite a bit here at the office, but at this point we don't have a reset plan, at least for the foreseeable future, because it would have a huge impact on the matchmaking for players in lower leagues, especially, or at least with lower rating. At this point, the league system is mainly cosmetic. The matchmaker itself doesn't actually take the league into account when matching you against other players. It purely looks at the rating that you have. And resetting that would mean that new players and experienced players and the extremely veteran players that we have would all get mixed together for a little while, creating a really poor experience for a lot of players. That is something we think is a very serious issue and that we definitely want to address. But it's probably something we should address before doing the reset. I know that's frustrating to some players, or to a lot of players actually, because for them the leaderboards are an important progression system. Climbing the leaderboards is important, and it definitely is. But that's not really the way it was meant to be, or at least not climbing it. The idea is it kind of reflects your skill as compared to the greater community.
Right.
And it should probably do a better job at that, but resetting it is not going to help.
No, yeah. I mean, there are definitely designs and things that we are thinking about internally about solving this, but I mean, the problem is a lot of players treat it as a progression system where it's never meant to be. And
could you give us the chat again to answer questions that come off of this? Sorry.
And, I mean, the leaderboards basically are mostly just it's basically a skill-based list that we use to match people together. And as you said, the leagues mean nothing, and it doesn't mean anything about your.
Well, it does mean something. It just
Right.
doesn't mean a lot for matchmaking itself.
The leagues don't mean matching. No,
Mhm.
but the ranking does. So yeah, we can't really reset the leaderboards because, I mean, right now with the current amount of players, you already see matches that are suboptimal, which happens. I mean, it will always happen, but the more players you have, the less you'll have of them. And basically deleting and redoing the leaderboards is going to make that a lot worse for at least a little bit. So that's why we're opting not to do that. And we are very much focused right now anyway on, I mean, the rankings and that kind of stuff is the complaints we're seeing is mostly players that have at least 100 hours, if not 1,000 hours on their account. And right now we are very much focused on improving the experience for people that are, well, very much under 100 hours on their account. So,
And I see a lot of people mentioning that League 2 is currently filled with a lot of players that would probably be in a much lower league if a reset were to happen. And that's true. That's absolutely true. But again, that doesn't really impact the matchmaker itself.
nope, the leagues don't really mean anything.
It just means that League 2 is really big right now. Someone's asking why don't we introduce rank decay? That is indeed an issue that could help address it. It could also address or cause some secondary issues. But in general, that's a pretty substantial change to the way the matchmaker or to the way the leaderboard works.
Yeah.
And if we're gonna do that, we'll make sure to get it right.
Yep. I mean, we will be doing iterating upon that, but right now our focus is elsewhere. But it's definitely on our
It's definitely on the list.
on our list of pain
and-
points that we want to address.
After all, it's only been 3 months since the game went free to play.
Yep.
So there's still a lot to do based on the feedback that we've been getting from that, based on the data on how we see new players enjoy the game. And once we feel like we've had a better grip on that, or
Yep.
once the things that we want to address there have been addressed, we'll move on to new stuff, and then definitely leaderboards are really high on the list.
But yeah, there are some very, very cool and exciting features.
Absolutely.
Coming before
We do
will
this.
be addressing the leaderboards. Yes. And,
Yeah, we're working on a lot of things behind the scenes. And 4.3 doesn't really introduce many of them. But 4.4,
does.
it
Will.
It will.
Or at least some of them. We don't know how much yet. We're
It's
we like to
gonna
keep
have,
our planning flexible, and so
That's true.
features may shift from patch to patch from what we have planned now. But right now, I'm really excited about what's coming in 4.4. For sure.
or at the very least, the stuff that's shipping later this year. Whatever number we decide to put on it, there is gonna be a lot of cool stuff before the end of the year.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's actually raffle time in 5 seconds, so that means that you need to type really fast in the chat to get entered into the raffle.
Hey, Bart is speeching. Sort of.
Dearly beloved, it is raffle site. Once again, let's have it. We have 5 winners for the Giga Centauri skin, which is a really cool Sentry skin,
Right.
inspired by Japanese. I don't even know what the genre is called. It's a giant robot from the Japanese TV series. And it's powered by Zurians.
Yeah. He's also featured in the new portrait, right?
Yeah.
The
And I think one of the cool things about this skin in particular is that his splash art, so the art in the character select screen, has I think an engraving or a label on his chest that says GIS, which stands for Jelly Ink Stickers.
Oh,
which
really?
is an
Yeah,
old,
yeah.
which is a competitive team from a couple of years ago, and they won a tournament. And basically to
Nice.
celebrate that, we put them in the art. We're not saying that they're the Zurians or that the Zurians in fact won that tournament, but I've heard that's that being rumored.
They're
We'll never
actually
know.
Syrians. We'll never know.
We'll never know. But that's enough stalling for now. The 5 winners of the Giga Centauri skin are Gomez Pereira,
Maybe?
Gomez Pereira, Kinks, Mr. New Jersey, JD Shaw 14, and Biofungo. Congratulations to the 5 of you. You will win a Giga Centauri skin. But Gomez Pereira wins a Roboscoop key. Congratulations to you and to the other winners. You'll totally rigged. I know. We do this every week. We do it 3 times every week. But you might get lucky, and we'll rig it in your favor next time. If you want, you can get your key in a couple of minutes at twitch.tv/inbox. And if you want to participate in the last raffle of today, which is for Grim Genji,
Thank you.
you should type in the chat. You'll be entered into the raffle, and Bart will draw some lucky winners in about 14 minutes and 30 seconds. So yeah, that's gonna be the last raffle of the day as well. And right now you're looking at Jasper playing Admiral Swiggins.
Yeah. We're playing Randomnauts, so I randomly got Admiral Swiggins.
Is your Swiggins game any good?
Yeah, I'm usually all right with Swiggins. I don't know my exact win rate, but I feel like, I mean, you know how with some characters they don't click, and you feel like you're nerfing yourself by picking them. Swiggins is not one of them for me. However, this is Randomnauts, so the upgrades I'm getting are also random, and
I usually get boots, barrier magazine, and mannequin, and then I die.
Oh, that's pretty good. So yeah, I got AoE, which is nice, on the anchor hook.
And Ed's playing Ted.
Ed is 10,
which is good.
yeah, that's his.
I think that's his main. Not sure if it's still his main, but I know Ed plays a mean Ted game.
Yes, Ed is one of the best Teds. So in that sense, this Randomnaut has been picking in our favor, except he just died. So let's see. Edster just became dizzy.
And if you pull up the scoreboard again, did you see that really special medal that Edster has? It's for the Awesomenauts Rumble, which is a tournament, and he was one of the winners there.
Very nice. Oh, look at that shine. Oh, I'm
it's
sorry,
a
I gotta
really
go up.
awesome medal for community tournaments. And he's one of the few players who has one. And as we have more tournaments in the future, we'll be handing out more medals like that. And I think that's a really cool addition to the game. Ooh! Run! Be free! Now you're Gnaw. How's your Gnaw game? That...
Also very reliant on certain upgrades. Like his sustain and that kind of stuff. Is Bart trying to signal us something? Okay. Then we're good. So yeah, mostly about his lifesteal and that kind of stuff, and speed up on biting people, and damage on putting down your plant. That kind of stuff I usually rely on heavily. So with random upgrades, we'll see what happens.
Is he, in general, Crutchy, is he reliant on specific upgrades?
Yeah, I mean, I think especially if you wanna be successful at high level play, I mean, I think. Well, I was gonna say after League 2 or something, but that doesn't really mean anything anymore. But if you're going up in the Awesomenauts ranks, then at one point, just putting plans down, harassing people, and making them push for you is not going to cut it anymore. You're going to have to aggressively plant them in people's faces, that kind of stuff.
You're gonna have to work for it.
Yes. So that's definitely. I think there's a lot of.
Ooh,
oh shit!
bad call.
I'm not supposed to be here.
Now you're Penny.
How's my penny game?
How's your Penny
Well,
game?
we'll see. I have boots, Greyman group, maximum charge increase.
That looks like a pretty good roll. Yeah.
Monster. The base damage. Silence. Oh, that's a very good upgrade. And but no form of health regeneration. It looks like, which Penny is very dependent upon. So we're gonna see what happens.
Oh, having a Voltar is gonna help.
And he got the bomb upgrade on his heal pod, which is very nice.
It's like a truck. That always surprises me.
Yeah, it does a lot of damage.
Nice.
There we go. This plant. Oh, sorry, Voltar. Let's get rid of that dude. That worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
Surprisingly. Okay, you got the heal, you heal me. Is that the deal? Yes. Let's get some charges. That's always the thing with Penny. As long as you can get some charges, you're good. But some teams are very good at preventing you from getting charges, and some of the levels are obviously bigger than others, which makes it harder to obtain charges.
Someone's asking whether we've any plans to bring Awesomenauts to the Nintendo Switch. Would be awesome, but no plans on that right now.
No, we can't really.
There's
I mean,
only so much we can do at once.
yeah, I mean physically, or when it comes to our workforce, that'd be hard. But also the Switch. I mean, the Switch is Wi-Fi only, right? And putting 6 people in a game over peer-to-peer together is already kind of pushing it in some cases. And over Wi-Fi would be probably be a better idea. So at least that's what I said on Reddit at some point. And I think that's still true.
What is the largest animal Bart could fight and win? You want to weigh in, Bart? Bart wrestles with a lot of bugs.
I think a medium-sized dog. not too big.
Right.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, this is a lot of damage. I won't be surprising that one.
Seeing some good upgrades for Coco coming.
So yeah, I'm now Coco. Coco is one of the characters I'm least experienced with. I mean, Penny, Na, and Genji have all made for a while in the past, but Coco, not so much. Coco's hard to me. You gotta predict them balls, you know, which is always hard. Don't even say it.
Moving on, someone reminded me in the chat, we might want to reveal Rocket's theme after this game.
Oh yeah. Oh, we have Rocket's theme lined up.
We have, yeah. I know you're having a lot of fun playing games.
Yay!
And winning so far,
Well,
which
at least
is
this man.
we definitely need to savor this. But we should reveal the theme in a minute or two.
Yep. Commander Rocket's theme is coming up, so
Stay tuned.
Hold on to your butts and other body parts. Because we're about to win, hopefully.
Nothing surprises me anymore. You can still lose this.
I could. But it
Well
didn't
done.
happen. Well done.
Well done, Epster.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can't really remember who your other teammate was, but well done. Louder Laser. Well
Yes.
done.
All right.
Let's
Let me turn up the. Okay, you go away. Oops. And then we have
the theme. That's not it.
this guy.
Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it?
Okay.
Almost there.
I'm almost there.
Is there anything you want to say about the theme before we listen to it?
Well, people might have already heard it in some form.
And you might have heard it in some form. It has been tweaked since you might have heard it in some form.
That is also true. And some of the voices that went over it have been removed. The sound effects. Anyway.
Hit it! Are we back yet? Yes.
There we go.
So that's the theme for Rocket. You might have heard it before because it's not just his theme; it's also the theme for Rocket's Renegades.
Yep.
Yep. I think it turned out awesome.
Yeah, it turned out awesome.
We went in we departed with a very specific type of source material in mind. And I think we nailed it and gave it a really cool Awesomenauts twist, so big ups to Sonic Picnic on that.
Oh, yeah.
They're magicians. I'm not sure what an audio magician is called,
Yeah.
but if there is a word for it, they're definitely it.
Yeah, it happens a lot where we say, oh, can you guys do this song, but for Awesomenauts?
Without the copyright. No, that...
And they sometimes get too close. We sometimes have to tell them, guys.
We love it.
But it's a little too close. We actually came too close. It's something that Ranimo does as well, to be honest. I mean, remember Ted?
No. At some point, there was a skin for Ted McPain that a certain company and their legal team took issue with. And it's not something we like to think about.
To be reminded of.
It's not those were not good times.
Those were some days, not the days.
But yeah. Is this gonna be? Oh, it's gonna be random team deathmatch.
Yep, this is. I'm lining up the closing game for today.
On Serona.
On Serona.
Why Serona? Don't you have a cool community map?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I was thinking Serona is cool, but there is so much stuff that is cool.
I see someone asking whether crossplay is a thing, and if not, whether we intend to bring it. Crossplay is not a thing unless you mean between PC, Mac, and Linux. But two consoles, that's unfortunately not going to work. The versions are a little too far apart for that. And there's just a vast difference between the PC and console versions.
Yeah.
So no, unfortunately, that's not gonna happen. And
That
someone's
would be cool,
asking how to enter the raffle. Just by typing in the chat and asking that question, you can enter the raffle. And Bart's gonna raffle in about 1 minute and a bit. So if you want to have a shot at winning a Grim Genji skin key, or even one of those elusive Roboscoops, make sure to type in a chat. You'll have a shot at winning. And right now you're playing Sorona Express.
Yep.
Which actually one of the first maps added to the workshop. It's made by one of our colleagues.
Oh wow, what's going on?
And it's you're on a speeding train through the Sorona Desert, hence the worms, and they're knocking you all over the place.
Yep.
And I think if you jump too high, you'll get
It'll
blown
hurt.
away.
It'll hurt. It'll hurt. It'll hurt.
Ooh.
There you go. Talent.
I guess Lone Star's actually a pretty good pick on this map.
I got lucky enough to get lifesteal grenade, or lifesteal dynamite, I should say, which is very good at, you know.
It's amazing survivability.
Yeah, exactly. That's very good for survivability. Yeah. Well, if I hit people with it.
That helps. That usually helps. Hello, Clunk. If you like this map, it's not in the base game, but if you visit the Steam Workshop, there are a lot of cool maps that you can pick and add to your, or that you can subscribe to or follow. I'm not sure what it's called. And then you can play it in custom games with your friends or host a public game that other people can join. And there's actually a huge amount of awesome maps there right now.
Yep.
I saw some puzzle maps get added recently, specifically for Sentry, that looked like a lot of fun. There are some team-based maps. I know there's a wave defense map, a lot of cool stuff, and obviously a lot of team deathmatch. And regular Awesomenauts, I'm sorry, what's that?
Applause.
It's raffled site! It's gonna be the last raffled site of the day, which means we should stall it extra.
Oh, you are the master.
What was it again about maps?
Yeah, so I was talking about maps. Sorry, we'll just raffle it off. There's 5 winners for the awesome Grim Genji skin, which is actually a skin that was one of the winners in the original skin design contest that we did a really long time ago, and at that point, Grim Genji, Jotun Skoldir, and Leon Legionnaire were deemed most popular by the community, and we added all 3 of them to the game. And it was designed by a community member. I can't really remember what it was called.
Hey, that's rocket.
But I love Grim Genji. And I hope the next 5 people also love Grim Genji because they want a key for it, and Bart just clicked away the list. So the 5 winners are Motor 10X, the Garlic Lord, Marls 44, and Kitty Enthusiast, and Shoofleepy. And Shoofleepy also wins a Roboscoop kit. Congratulations to all 5 of you, and Shoofleepy in particular. And come back for more raffles next week. And stay tuned to our channels if you like free skins, because there's gonna be free skins coming in later this month, and you might want to know how to win it. Isn't that right?
Yep. There's free skins coming. There
You
we
won
go.
another game!
Yeah.
What's this?
It's crazy.
It's madness.
Well, it's all Pogo Trigger and Auto Refresher. But I was actually also in the positive myself, so
Nice.
yeah.
Well, we have about 5 more minutes.
We did alright. We have 5 more minutes.
We have 5 more minutes. That means you can win another game.
Another game. Well, let's show off one more map. What was the... You know a good map for deathmatch? A small one.
A small one.
I was thinking of the one that... Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. This is another one by one of our colleagues.
Yep.
It's called Rabbit Outpost. I think it's been on the workshop for about a week, maybe a little bit more.
Let's see what happens.
It's a pretty small asymmetrical team deathmatch map.
Yep. And I think Fabian did some edits. It did some improvements and tweaks. I don't know if he published all of them yet.
I know we've been playing it quite a bit here at the office, and as a result, people were shouting about changes and how to fix it, because we do the same thing you guys do.
Yep.
And there have been quite a few changes. I unfortunately keep falling off.
Well, I think Fabian made it a little harder to fall off.
Oh, that helps.
Which is nice.
Yeah, Fabian actually uploaded 2. He also did an Aiguillon-based one.
Yep.
Which I haven't tried out myself, but it's also on the workshop if you want to try it out. Nuts.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you need to go to the left. How far down? He submitted them very recently, so should be right at the top somewhere.
It's called, this is called Ribbit Outpost, and the other one is called?
Aiguillon something.
Oh, there's a gap there too. Nah.
Oh, right. Bart just reminded me of something that we're also adding in 4.3.
That was a great trap.
We're adding more community-made art to the fan art gallery.
True, there's new fan art coming. Yes.
We've been seeing a lot of really cool fan art from the community.
Ted, dude, jump.
And we're adding, I think, 5 pieces to the gallery in this one, and we'll also look to add more in the next update in 4.4. It's really cool stuff. I think there's some work by Gifty there, Lowgrass White, JMD, and there's one more, I think. And they're really cool pieces. We think that community-made art is really cool, and it's great how different community artists with their own unique personal styles have different takes on Awesomenauts.
Yep.
And if you want to see more art, you can also visit the Awesomenauts fan art gallery. I think it's at awgal.tumblr.com or something.
I have no idea.
And there's... You keep doing that.
Yeah, well, this time I was blinded. Hopefully, this guy will prevent me from falling too much.
You can swap people into the abyss with that, though.
Yeah. I'm trying to heal
Not
my
your
buddy.
teammate.
Well, I can do it to my teammate too, I guess, but that doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun, does it? Oh wow, that's Genji. Something's happening. That's crazy. Something's happening.
Buddha Poo asks, are we ever getting a Dutch knot? What would that look like? Bikes and windmills.
Well, we lost that one, but that was a lot of fun. Even though I fell off the map quite a couple of times. But I saw other people do it. I wasn't the only one who died.
All the cool kids are doing it. So
the cool
obviously Jasper goes for it. Bart's trying to remind us of something, and then he clicked it away again.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we're basically coming up on the end of the show. And just to recap, we'll be celebrating the 5th anniversary of Awesomenauts throughout the month. The entire month of August is going to have cool events, cool giveaways.
A lot of free stuff.
A lot of free stuff. Bonuses starting this weekend, or actually starting tomorrow, with a quadruple bonus to your first
4
Winner of the Day
times.
bonus. So if you play on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you'll be getting a ton of extra awesome points and experience just for your first Winner of the Day.
Yep.
And we'll be having other weekend events throughout the month.
Yeah.
We'll be publishing a schedule in the next couple of days.
Yep.
And we'll also be revealing more for Awesomenauts 4.3, which is launching on August 16th.
Yep, and 4.3 is all about Commander Rocket.
Commander Rocket, and he is
Ready to rock it.
ready to rocket. Sorry, we try.
The puns.
And I think that kind of wraps it up for today,
Yep.
don't you think?
Yeah, I think we told him everything and we showed him some cool gameplay.
I think we told him everything and more.
Some winners, some wins, some losses. Yeah, there might have been some loose lips here or there, somewhere. Anyway, that was it for this week.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, and we'll hope to see you next week. And actually, we hope to see you online over the next couple of days.
Right.
And go get those first wins of the day. Kitara is confirmed for
Guitar.
the future,
but
not on 4.3.
Yeah. She's definitely coming. She's just not in this update.
She's the last elusive renegade out there.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk more about that in
Future
future
shows.
shows.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Bye.
Bye-bye.